Was it the first month I think we were working together? Yeah, we made $333,000, and last month we ended up making $851,000, almost $1 million.
We're probably gonna end the year probably like 5 million cash collected. But I mean, yeah, without him, shit would have not happened at all. I'm gonna be completely honest. There would be no structure to the actual sales team. There would be no culture. There would be nothing.
Yo, what's going on? So if you guys are new to this channel, my name is Aaron Thomas. I'm here with my business partner, Jackson Luna. You guys may have seen him on Instagram. Yeah, I mean, previously we had a video where we first were, was it the first month I think we were working together? Yeah, we made $333,000, and last month we ended up making $851,000, almost $1 million last month. So yeah, pretty much this is just a video on like how we did that and what the plan looks like moving forward. So I guess if you want to reintroduce yourself.
Yeah, I'm Jackson. I'm 21. I've been doing marketing for the past 2 years, almost. And then for this specific offer, I've hit my 1 year anniversary with this specific client. I started working with him last year, October, and he was making around $30,000 to $40,000 a month. And yeah, just last month in September, we were able to do 150,000 something dollars. It was like 151. I mean, 851, 852. Yeah, I mean, this year alone, I think the offer has done close to 3 million, I think, cash collected, if I'm not mistaken. We're probably gonna end the year probably like 5 million cash collected, overall for the entire year. And this is an offer that pretty much didn't even exist less than a year ago. So yeah, that's who I am. I just kind of gave a lot, but yeah.
Awesome. Well, yeah, I guess like from the last video that we made was back in like June, I think, to now, what would you say has changed, or like what would you say has allowed us to be able to make $850,000? Because obviously we went through like a couple like roadblocks, and the journey was all over the place. Like, what would you say was a big, like, the top three things?
That's a good question. Top three things. One was removing the roadblock that we were talking about. Not to really get into details, but just a specific person that kind of was a cancer to the entire team. I think that removing that, it really relieved me, relieved Aaron, because he was being affected as well as I was too. And that just gave us that kind of like clear path and like, okay, now we can attack this with our full potential. Because I will be completely honest with you, and I was being completely honest to everyone, like I wasn't at my full potential. I wasn't working 100% hard enough just because of that roadblock. Two, I will say for sure is Aaron's help. I mean, before he came in and we started working together, there was no clear actual training for sales reps overall, right? Like I was just broad dogging it. I was closing myself in this offer. Sometimes I was even setting myself in the offer at the very beginning of the year. And like I mentioned prior, I met Aaron through one of my closers. We had a setter at the time that I was like, was iffy about, and then Aaron literally trained him for free. And then I looked at his YouTube videos and his training, and I was like, oh shit, this guy knows what he's doing. Then hired him on like a just training wise basis. Then the next month I brought him in full time, and that's when you guys saw that 330 something thousand in April. And we've been working together since then. But I mean, yeah, without him, shit would have not happened at all. I'm gonna be completely honest, and I'm always honest to everyone. Like, if he wasn't here, there would be no structure to the actual sales team. There would be no culture. There would be nothing, to be honest. Like, yeah, we would probably making still like what, like 150, 200 a month, which is like bare minimum, honestly, that this offer has made. And third thing would be for sure the culture. I feel like the culture that we built with such a small team is like genuinely like you can't even imagine it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've seen so many guys that have done similar numbers to us and less numbers that have so many sales reps in their team, and they just kind of just rinse them out. Just, 1 week they're in the team, the next week they're out. They don't really do proper training. They don't really build that relationship with them. I feel like I'm someone that cares about everyone, and I want to make sure that we're all, we all understand that we're all equal at the end of the day. Just because I'm like at the very top and just operating the entire offer, and then Aaron is right there besides me, it doesn't mean that all of a sudden we have some form of like a higher role than them. Don't know what that word would be.
Oh, then the setters.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, like looking down on them.
Yeah. Like I just
Knives or something.
yeah, not I dropped out, but yeah, I would say that just the culture. We had a very lean team. 2 closers, one setter that was really just being a hybrid sales rep, just setting and closing, and I think 4 setters on top of that. Yeah, and dude, like 850,000 with such a lean team, less than 10 people, like probably won't hear that a lot. So yeah, I mean, those are the top 3 things I feel like that changed the entire category of the offer.
Yeah. No, and I appreciate the kind words, bro. Because like, bro, this offer like literally changed like my life and his life too. Like it's crazy what you can do, and it's like what so for context, I went to if you guys don't know Yash, he was pretty much like the ex-president of 7th Level, right? Jeremy Minor. I went to like this last second meetup yesterday, and I took hella notes. But pretty much what he had mentioned, when you get to a certain point, like or a certain belief or conviction within yourself, you don't have to just work with people who have money, but like terrible people to work with. And that's another reason why you don't have morals in business and whatever it is that you do in life. Because like I told Jackson, there was a point where like, I'm not gonna say exactly what happened, but we're like earlier on, he wanted to pay me more, but he wasn't able to because of something going on right within the business. And I told him like, hey, I care more about relationships rather than just money, and that's why I stuck around, which is why we're able to do the things we're able to do now, even though it took a bit longer than we thought, to make this much money. But I mean, at the end of the day, it all works out when you choose your morals and values over just fucking, money, right? Because money comes and goes at the end of the day, but relationships last for a lifetime, So, and as far as like, because obviously, right, like we don't just run this offer, we're also taking on other offers and stuff like that. All right, I guess like, what's the next steps on like how to get to $1 million a month now? I guess that would be my next question. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's a great question. I feel like the way that we got to such a high number was really just doing more of what we were already doing. You hired more setters. We had bigger expectations. We set bigger goals, which was like the main key. Like we literally aimed for $500,000. Just so you guys know, like in August, July, like we went from April like 330 to June like 450 to then July, where the situations that we were talking about happened, July and August, where our revenue completely dropped by 50%. We did like 200,000 in July, and then in June we did 250,000. Like not June, August. And I remember deep down, like we started August with like 70,000 the first 15 days of the month, and after that situation got solved, literally halfway through the month, we fucking ripped an extra 200,000 in the next 15 days, and then we just went from there because
that was crazy.
we just completely locked in, and then things happened so good at the same time. Like one of the creators' videos on YouTube got like 500,000 views. Like obviously that played a very, very big part. Let's not deny it. Like one webinar that we ran did like $330,000 in a single week, which was like our biggest webinar till date. But even after that happened, we're still, keeping that momentum of making $20,000-$30,000 a day, which is like now like really just normal. We hit like $75,000 days last month, and now like obviously it's just we understand the math, we have the number, we have the data, and it's just way easier to reach that. Like we started paid advertisement, it's doing really, really well now. So now it's just fixing specific metrics in the actual sales team and KPIs and stuff like that to actually continue and spend more on paid ads to help us go to $1 million a month. But all that number that we did too was all organic.
Yeah.
We spent $6,000 in paid ads for our webinars, and like we made like probably like 10 grand from it, like paid ads. And looking back, like I know for one webinar we spent 3 grand and made back 5, so we made like a 2K profit. But I think now it's just that we have numbers, we did the math, and I believe so deep down that next month is going to be our first $1 million month for sure, 100%.
Yeah, that definitely is, especially like with what I learned yesterday too, bro. Like we could just do one thing and it'll get us like 1.5 mil, which we'll talk about after this. But I guess like for the people out there, because everyone's so focused on closing, like closing this, closing that, you got to be the best closer. But people don't talk as much about as setting, right? And like, I guess how important would you say the setting process is, in the space?
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna be completely honest. I feel like that's what a lot of offers are lacking, which is their setters. A lot of the guys that I've met that do the same thing as I do, like marketing, operations, whatever you want to call it. They don't have an actual setting system. They have closers that can close, of course, but they don't actually have a process where it's like it makes the closer's job so much easier. Like I will be completely honest. If we didn't have the setters that we had, if we didn't have the system that we had, we will not do anywhere near $500,000 a month on average, right? Which is what we're averaging now. Like we would not be able to do that at all. And you said how important it is, right?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, we can see it. Like literally, the setters brought in like what 700,000 something.
728.
Yeah, like $700,000. Just setters alone. The other rest was just from upsells from our closers entirely. Like, our closers can tell you, they can come on here and tell you that like if we didn't have the setting team and we didn't have the setting process, they will not be closing deals like that. One of our closers had a 70% close rate from just closers. By the way, the set show rate from setters alone is like 93 to 97%. Like last month was like 95% set show rate. We had an overall show rate of like 77% or whatever, but again, we were running ads. That's one of the issues that we're trying to fix. But overall, like set show rate, someone that gets on the phone with the setter, it's a 95, 97%, which is literally everyone I told that shit to. They're like, you're fucking lying to me, bro. The numbers that we pulled off, like just to cancel, like a lot of people are like, oh, you have a high cancellation rate, but it's like we work in a very, very, very hard industry, which is trading, and we focus on also getting people results. Like last month, we only had $12,500 in refunds out of 850,000. Like, you know how like genuinely crazy that is? That's like 3 people that refunded or disputed. 2 of them were just complete retards that paid financing, so they couldn't even afford the program in the first place. And the last person, we completely refunded them. But overall, a lot of the people kind of mentioned to me that we have a high cancellation rate, but they don't know what goes inside the business. You know what I'm saying? Like if we didn't have the setters, we would have had probably like a good 800 calls and probably like a fucking 30% close rate. Like overall, we had like 400 calls, 225 of them were closed, and we ended up making 150,000. Like those are crazy numbers.
Yeah, we canceled so many people, so many DQs, because like you guys got to keep in mind too that the cancellation rate is high is because we have like when you get so many leads, you have to have more gates and more barriers towards like to the closer you get to the closers, right? Because if you don't have that many barriers, right, or you don't have this setters triaging, right? Because it's just like what you sent me of that document the other day about that you wanted me to review about the setting process. He even said the same thing. He's like they split tested where there was one offer where they had the leads fill out the application and they booked on the call and they had to call the closer, and there was another funnel to where they opted into the application. The setters called every single person, qualified or not, and then they hopped on the closer. And the one that did better was the one where they had the setters calling the people from the applications, because people lie. Number one, like 40% of people actually tell the truth on, these forms, these applications. The rest of the 60% are probably lying, even if they say they're qualified or not. And a lot of times the people that don't say they're qualified, or not a lot, so sometimes they are qualified. They just don't want to put how much money they're making or how much money they do have, right? So that's why you got to have people to make sure, okay, this person has money, they don't have money, yada, yada, right? Another thing, too, is that, like, I find this a lot in the space is that when setters do qualify or financially qualify people, they just ask you, hey, how much do you have set aside or whatever. They say they have 5K, however much they have, but they're not really doubling down to see, okay, is that something we have at the moment? Or, do you need time to save it up? That's something that I see a lot in this space. And I just want to say, which I say in my community too, you need to double down all the fucking time on your offers. And any offer you're on, you need to double down and see if they have the money at the moment. Because when I was dialing myself, that's a problem that I came across and that's how I was able to fix it and tweak it. So, and going to businesses like, this trading offer and switch around the setting process. So yeah, this has just been like a great offer, and just working with you has been amazing as well, because like, I'm glad I could call you my brother too. And we could just fuck around and, make a lot of money together. I mean, we're in Hollywood Hills right now. He's not even from here.
Yeah.
I'm from Cali, and like, we're able to just make content like this, make a lot of money, and, just go from there. So, yeah, I guess, last question
Yeah.
is like, how far do you want to take it? I guess that's the next question.
I mean, I feel like me and the business owner of the specific business have a great relationship. I mean, we've known each other for a year, and I feel like every single team member that we have is a great addition to the team. I feel like, including sales reps, I feel like if some of them end up leaving, like, it wouldn't be the same at the end of the day. Like, obviously, you still have to keep your head above grounds and everything like that if people decide to leave. But overall, like, my goal with this specific business, obviously I can work with different clients and other businesses, is that I want this to be a true trading education company where obviously I'm a partner of the business because I have a share, right? And then obviously there's the sales reps, everyone has a share of the company. But my goal is to scale this to multiple 7 figures. Like, I want next year to be our first 8-figure kind of year. You know what I'm saying? Like, that is the goal that I have for this specific company. And obviously, like, paid advertisement comes into play, organic content, whatever. But that's just, we're going to start doing real life events next year. Like, there's going to be many, many different funnels, challenge funnels. We already kind of crushed the webinar funnel a lot. That's our main kind of revenue driver. But I want to take this as far as it can go, man. Like, I have no limitations. I'm 21. I want to genuinely scale this shit to multiple 7 figures a month, and obviously still work with other people as well. But overall, I feel like the difference between me and many other people that are in the space is that I take this shit serious. I take this shit as an actual business, as an actual company, not just, oh, it's an offer. Oh, it's a, education offer or whatever. Like, if you look at it as a company, if your client looks at it as a company, if your sales reps, everyone in your team in your team looks at it as an actual company, you're going to succeed, right? That's just it. And you need to have standards and overall. But yeah, I mean, I just want to keep building together. I feel like Aaron was the first ever person that I've trusted with my entire, not life, but genuinely my entire, living, bro. Because I don't know, we just clicked right away. And I wouldn't be here without him. Cut that out. I wouldn't be here without him. Yeah, dude, like, I always tell him that, we did this shit together. It's not just me. We did it together overall, and I'm glad that he stuck around, because I understood he was very upset sometimes about, everything that was going on. But, at the end of the day, being patient ended up winning. So now, just keep on building, man. We're going to end up moving together soon. So just keep on building for that entire year and see where it takes us.
Definitely. Well, awesome. Well, it was a pleasure having you. If you want to link your, where they can find you and stuff on social media.
Yeah. Everywhere. It's just Jackson X Luna. YouTube, Instagram, Twitter. So yeah. You can just hit me up if you have any questions. So
awesome. Well, yeah, if you are a setter watching this, I linked my free setting community down below. So you guys can go ahead and join that. We actually just had a setter last month to make $21,000 in profit. So if you guys want to learn how we did that, I'll place the video somewhere here on the screen so you guys can see how we did that. Other than that, if you're a growth operator offer owner and you guys want to, talk to us, have any questions or potentially work with us, just shoot us a message on Instagram, either or. And we'll see if we can help. Other than that, we'll see you guys later. Peace.